Phillip Crowther, international affiliate reporter for the Associated Press, joins me now from Las Vegas with a preview of tonight's debate. Phillip, welcome back. So we just heard it is a big night for Michael Bloomberg. What can we expect for him? And also, can you talk about his campaign strategy, which is a little bit different from most?
Yeah, it sure is different to everybody else. He's in fact not campaigning here in Nevada, for example, because Nevada is one of those 4 early voting states that Mike Bloomberg has decided to ignore completely. Nothing in Iowa, nothing from him in New Hampshire, no presence in Nevada, and nothing really in South Carolina either. He has decided to concentrate entirely on Super Tuesday on the 3rd of March, when 14 states vote, when this race truly goes national. Now, his presence on the debate stage here in Las Vegas, in a certain sense, shows that his strategy might be working out. He is high enough in the polls, in the national polls, that is, to be able to qualify for this debate stage. So what to expect from him? Well, maybe a rusty performance, frankly, because he's not used to the debate stage. Remember that everybody else that will be on that stage with him here in Las Vegas has already debated 8 times altogether. This is the 9th debate in a series of 12. The other thing you can absolutely expect from his opponents in this race is that they will be attacking him. The likes of Senator Bernie Sanders, the front runner right now nationally, he has said that no one should be able to buy their way to the presidency. That is his view of Mike Bloomberg, and there will be attacks coming from all sides against the former mayor of New York. That is for sure.
Well, Phillip, former Vice President Joe Biden did not do so well in Iowa and in New Hampshire. So how important is tonight and then the caucuses this weekend for him?
Well, the caucuses here in Nevada are not necessarily a must-win for him, because we simply don't expect him to win here. The man who's expected to come out as the victor from the Nevada caucuses is Bernie Sanders, as he is in almost all of the voting states that we're expecting over the next few weeks. He really is looking like a front-runner. The position, of course, that former Vice President Joe Biden had until a very short while ago, until he performed so badly in Iowa and in New Hampshire. Now, there is one reason why Joe Biden has to do relatively well here in Nevada. That is because the demographics here are so different to the 2 earlier states. There is a pretty high percentage of Democratic voters who are Latino here and who are African American. Those, in theory, are voters who Joe Biden would like to say he traditionally has on his side, but Bernie Sanders has been making inroads there as well. It's not yet make or break time for the former vice president, but almost. That make or break time, that will come in South Carolina next week. That truly is a must-win state for Joe Biden.
Well, we saw some significant problems with the caucus system in Iowa. Nevada is also a caucus. What type of system is Nevada using to tally the votes? And do you think it's possible, Phillip, that they'll run into the same problem as in Iowa?
Well, the Democratic Party here in Nevada has said that it won't be using an app, and certainly won't be using the same company that built the app that went so badly wrong in Iowa. So things should be that little bit smoother here in Nevada. Now, this will be a different scenario compared to Iowa. I would call these partial caucuses, if you will, because on Saturday, those doors for those caucus sites will be opening at 10 a.m. here local time. We're expecting results during the afternoon. Now, that's different to Iowa to start off with. But the other big difference is that people have already been voting. There is early voting in Nevada, but those aren't caucuses. There is no debate there between the supporters of different candidates, the likes of which you see in caucus sites traditionally. This is just a straight-up vote that people have already been doing in these early voting sites. So those are some of the differences between those 2 states, and the Democratic Party, certainly of Nevada, and the Democratic Party nationally, will be hoping that this goes a lot smoother than the Iowa caucuses did.
Well, quickly, President Trump will be in Nevada this week. What do you think of his plan to be in the same area at the same time as the Democrats, something he did in New Hampshire?
Yeah, it's fascinating. He seems to be doing that every single time before an early voting contest for Democrats. His campaign rally here in Las Vegas, just up the street from here, will be on Friday, the day before the caucuses for Democrats. And remember, of course, that the president is a candidate in the primaries as well on the Republican side, though largely unopposed. Now, he spent the night here in Las Vegas. He's essentially in the same city right now as all of his opponents on the Democratic side. And what he will be doing over the next few days is a lot of counter-programming. For example, during the Democratic debate here in Las Vegas, what will the president be doing? Well, he will be holding another campaign rally, this time around in Phoenix. So he'll be a busy man, but it's very interesting that the likes of Bernie Sanders, Mike Bloomberg, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump are in the same city at the exact same time right now.
Well, it should be very interesting. Thank you so much, Philip.